Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to tackle an issue that's been bugging me for a while now, my workspace lighting. So if you want to upgrade your workspace lighting as well, stick around. My current workbench lighting is built from a 5-meter COP LED strip with a constant voltage power supply. While it was a decent solution at first, I've run into some issues. The light isn't evenly distributed, even though you can't really see it on camera. It's not bright enough for detailed work, and as you can see, the whole setup is pretty messy. To solve these issues, I'm going to replace the previous setup with two of these 60 by 60 centimeter LED panels, which should be much brighter and give off a more even light. So the panels that I got are from Optonica. These are the LED panel light 45 watt CRI95 plus. So what CRI stands for is color rendering index, and you pretty much want this to be as high as possible if you consider using these panels for the work environment like this one, because what this will do for you is that the colors of the objects that are being lit with this panel will actually look the way they are supposed to look. So if the color rendering index is, for example, very low, the colors will be very bland and gray, and if color rendering index is really high, then it's also good for filming and such. And these are warm white panels, and they actually come in a pack of 6. These panels also come with the power supply and everything that you need to hook them up. They also don't come with any mounting options, so these are designed to drop into a drop-down ceiling, but for my purpose this will be fine because we are going to build our own mounting mechanism. As you can see, two of these panels fit perfectly next to one another because the table or the space underneath is actually 1.20 meters in length and 63 centimeters in width. So these 60 by 60 centimeter panels will be a perfect match. As you can see, the LED strip was held up with these cable mounts that are 3D printed. So I'm going to use this and make a new version for holding the LED panels. So this right here is the sketch of the cord catcher, which looks a little bit like this. And I've taken the measurements and applied them to a new model. And this one right here is the holder. So we have the light panel right here, which has an 8mm brim, and it just rests on here. This line up here is the construction under the table, and there's a little bit of a gap between the table and this under construction, and I've measured the distance here to make room for the power supply for the LEDs, and this gap here needs to be bridged for that. And then we just have a little holder that clips onto the frame and holds the panels. We can also take a look like this. So this is the wireframe, here is the under construction. Then we have the 2 panels, and then we have 8 holders, so 4 holders per panel. So let's get on with printing these. The 3D printed mounts are ready, so let's get them out of the printer and install the panels, but before we do that I will have to remove the old setup first. So these right there are all the 3D printed parts, and as you can see there are 2 versions. This one was the first test print that I did, and it's a little bit thicker, but I then made it smaller so it's faster to print and uses less material. These are both pretty much the same strength, so yeah. As you can see, I've removed the LED strip and its mounting, so now I will be able to insert the new mounts just like this. Just slide in. There we go. So now all of them are installed. Next I have to wire up the panels and then I can just slide them in. Right, I've decided to install one panel first to see how it fits. And these panels have a cable underneath them, so I will put both of the cables into the center so it's easier to hook up the power supplies. So this should just go up and then all the way to the end and then just sit on there, just like that. So that's the mounting. Fits quite well. It slides a little bit around, but that's fine, it can't fall out. So that's the first one. Then I will do the wiring. As you can see, the cable right there. And then we can already finish up this project. That was easy. Look how clean that looks. Alright, moment of truth. Let's turn on the new panels. Wow, that is pretty bright. So I actually have to change the camera settings and turn them down a bit so it's not too bright. But in person, this is like very bright, like this, something like that. The light is also very even, so I would say that's a huge success. Also, I don't have to worry about this mess anymore. I will probably reuse the LED strip for a different project in the future. As you can see, this upgrade has made a huge difference for my workbench and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So, thanks for watching, and if you liked the video, consider subscribing and liking. And if you have any questions or suggestions, just drop them down in the comments. Bye!